Hi guys, Tad's Arcade Junkie. Right, we're back then, part 2 of the RGM Space Bike restoration project. So, got it on the garden now, on the back. See, as I said, it's on casters, and it's got the feet as well that flip around, so we've sort of unseized all them now, or thereabouts, and got it onto the back. Right, so, first things first then, obviously as I say, it's come, I've got it as working, it does work, I'll do a demonstration of it in a second as well. So yeah, this was made 1970s or 1980s, somewhere in between, and it's when R.G. Mitchell bought out, but I'm sure it's 70s, I'm sure it's 70s. So when R.G. Mitchell bought out Edwin Hall stuff, and they bought the stock, and they used basically these bases, these are old Edwin Hall bases, just without the base cover, the big base cover that used to go over the bottom of the base. And instead they've used obviously the ones we used at the time for like the veteran vans and the RGM Express, RGM trains, and other small cars as well. I think they used to use, oh no, the different ones for the racing car. But yeah, the main time you see these bases, obviously dog scooters, puppy scooters, which were later on, and obviously originally the RGM Express small trains. So yeah, they're the bases they used to use, and obviously they just sort of modified the stuff they had from Edwin Hall and put these on them. So I've turned it on, lights are flashing. As I say, they're not the original lights, I'll be honest with you. I don't like the lights. The longer they've been in there, I've had this a couple of hours now, and I'm starting to warm to them. They're not the LED lights, they're not the greatest lights, not the brightest lights, but they're okay, they're alright. So obviously what he's done is, obviously, when the guy who bought it off, he's took the original lights out, which would have been the old sort of, I forgot what you call them now. Like festoony sort of lights, a 12 volt or 5 volt, no, sorry, 12 volt, 1 to 2 or plus watt, screw-in bulb, I believe they are, or bayonet bulb, one of the two. He's took them out and got rid of them. He has made the hole slightly bigger apparently for these ones to fit in. What I could do is, I could actually take them out and put the old style arcade light up buttons in these instead, which obviously would look really nice. I'm not sure yet, I might just leave them, I'm not sure. The buttons, I've just given it a little bit of a quick clean, and they've come up quite nice, but you can see the difference between the fiberglass, between the obviously fiberglass that's been covered up by a button all this time, and the fiberglass that's been obviously weathered. I mean, what you're talking 30 plus years old, so obviously the sun's drained it really bad. If you look on the back, you can see why the fiberglass should look. And it should be sort of nice like that. As you go around, it's all sort of faded and sun damaged, but still looks good. It's obviously it's got a bit, you know, obviously the usual knocks, but to be fair, it's in good condition. The only major damage to the fiberglass that I can find is a little knock on the side of here, but it's still that well made. It's not really sharp, but I say I will obviously fill that in and rub that down. I'm gonna do it, give it a full-on restoration. That's why obviously I'm gonna document this. I'm gonna give it a full restoration. I'm thinking at the moment, I've got my mind set on yellow, but I think I end up changing it to sort of a silvery effect. I'm not sure yet. I'm in two minds. Silvery. We go with black handle, original black. I'm going to keep the seat black, repaint the seat black, redo the handles black, redo the obviously the detail in black as well. And I think we're going to go with silver eventually. And again, I'm going to restore the actual base itself. I'm thinking of possibly, because it's really damaged, and it's got a lot of fiberglass chips as well. I'm thinking I might actually fill the base in and respray the base as well. So I'm thinking, yeah, silver, actual silver bike. Obviously, re-blast and do the foot plates as well, and then redo the actual plastic fiberglass base blue. It'll be Thomas blue, same as that. So a tiny bit darker than normal, which will look good because obviously that's a really faded sort of baby blue. So that'll look good. And then the rest of the actual Edwin Hall base, go back, because I want to restore it and go back to original, the way it should have been originally. Obviously that was red and that was red, the actual column was red. Is obviously blast this down and restore this to red as well. Spraying 2-packet red. That will bring it back to obviously how it used to be, and then from there we'll yeah, that's how I want it to be. Yeah, that's how I want it to be, definitely. I wanted to restore back. So again, I'm gonna get all the stickers off and give it. I've already given it a bit of a clean down, just a quick wipe over. But then it started raining. I was going to do the video earlier, but it started actual raining and hailstoning, to be fair. So, but yeah, so the buttons he's using there, obviously, he's put some new buttons in. Make sure those click. That one clicks better than that one. They are cheap buttons, to be fair, but they're okay. The original buttons would obviously flash and would be the arcade buttons, the type I'm thinking of putting in here. So they have the two on each side of the actual light, sort of like probably an inch high festoon bulb, red and green, exactly the same. And then here they had red and green, I believe, or it might have been yellow possibly, I'm not sure, it might have been blue, I can't remember which ones it would have been. They was damaged, took them out. Would have been the old arcade over cave button that lit up, that flashed with 12 volt lights in. It's got the speaker grill missing as well, you can obviously get that sorted. Inside the actual ride, I'll do a full detail of the inside and I'll show you all the inside. Inside it's got a Staymar System 2 timer, but it's in two parts. It's a timer and then a separate box for the sound. Never seen one like it. Never seen a system. I've got System 2s in different shapes and forms, System 2s. Obviously the 2001s, 2000s, up to obviously the latest 4000, 5001. Never seen this sort of timer. So again, which makes me think it is definitely really early. It's earlier than the RGM Express. Well, it's a space ride, so it's got to be earlier than that. I'm just so glad I've got my hands on one. And as I say, trust me, it will not go anywhere. It's not going anywhere. Original 20p coin mech on. It's not modified. It's not been a 10p mech that's then had a plate put over it. The mech could have been changed at some point, possibly. The actual mech, I'm just looking at it now, the actual mech, it's got the star, sort of star bolts on to take the plate off. And it's got the original RGM thingy. It's a bit faded. But again, I'm going to try and keep this, because again, look, it's got the one, that's RG Mitchell Children's Rides. It's got the old 0754 number, so obviously it's pre-90s. Because obviously it was the 90s when the numbers changed to 01. Don't quote me on what year it was, I can't remember. On the back of it, again, I have had these before. Well, I've not had these. I've had a friend who's had one of these space bikes before. And I'm sure the one he had, the coin mech, actually went in here. So I'm sure there's two versions of these. I'm sure there's... and again, I can remember as well, being a foot plate on as well. Down the sides. I'm sure there's two versions of these. I'll have to look it up, but I'm sure they had a version same as this. It was green with the metal flake in, and I'm sure that they had the coin mech in here somewhere, and the cash box was on the back somewhere here. I'm sure the cash box was here, and it was a drop-in cash box, so obviously it would drop down into the seat, and the coin mech, I'm sure it was an indent there for the coin mech. I could be wrong. I'm sure that's how it went. I will look that up. I'll try and find some more examples from different people. Anyone in the coin app group, if you've got any examples of any space bikes, please do send them through. Again, we're going to fill all the detail in black, I think. Yeah, we're going to stick with the black and silver. I just think it'll really set it off, and with it being red and blue as well, red and blue and silver, I think it'll really set it off. I'm going to get really good strong paint on it, really good strong coat. Repaint all this black again. Unfortunately, they're all linked up still, the 12 volt lights, but obviously the caps have cracked off and smashed and gone. He's obviously bent that one forward there. I'll take these off and I'll replace them with some new probably the Spills builds. I might even go, and I've got some really big basic 25-inch hole, and then the big sort of 3-inch similar sort of size to this big arcade button that you'll see on like your new Redemption machines. I might put them in instead, just because obviously again the whole thing flashes up, and it's less to get broke. The thing with these, obviously these older rides with the big light fittings and stuff on, is obviously over time Jolly Roger and people like that realise, you know, they break all the time. And the thing is, when they're on site, I mean, this is obviously going on site, but when they're on site and they do break, obviously they cause dangerous, they can then create a hazard. They have sharp plastic parts that can, you know, sort of tear your skin or whatever if you fall past it. So yeah, I'm going to stick to them. I'm going to put some replacement ones on there, but I'm going to stick to, I think, I'm just going to take them off. They're obviously just riveted on there with 2 rivets on each one. Take them off and replace them with something different, with again the arcade type bulbs, because there'll already be a hole already in there. I'll make the hole a tiny bit bigger, or at least I'll see what's going on. I might still replace them with festoon ones if I've got any knocking about. I'm not 100% sure, to be fair. But yeah, that's the plan. So again, I'll leave it on 20p because that's obviously what it would have been anyway. The cash box situation is absolutely crazy. Again, I've never had a headwind haul ride here to actually compare them against, but basically it looks like the cash drops into the column and goes down here, and then something cups it. The cash box thing cups it with a pole through with a padlock on. Again, a weird and wonderful way of doing it. Oh, gator's really good, by the way. It's a bit grubby, but I'll just give it a bit of a clean and finish it off later. Again, but in general, I'm not sure what that plate was there. That might have been an old RG Mitchell plate. There's that one there, there's one other side of it. I don't know what that was for. But yeah, obviously the foot plates. I've given a bit of a clean already. I'm going to get the jet wash on it as well and get a really good clean, get all the grime out. But yeah, we're going to make it absolutely amazing. It's going to look absolutely awesome. It's going to be a full restoration, and then it is going in the arcade museum, my ride arcade museum, which I'm going to get the summer house sorted out and get these rides in. Obviously the MKC stuff and things like that I'm still going to sold. The only thing I'm actually keeping now, I've decided, I've had a long think about it, the things I'm going to keep, obviously restoring, well, I've already restored, I'm going to keep and look after, are just selected RG Mitchell stuff that I really like, that's really rare, and things like the Parrot that I'm keeping as well, and obviously things like this Thomas I've made. Just select bits, nothing, I'm not, you can, you know, especially with the bigger rides now, you can't keep everything, it's unreal. I am also thinking of keeping, or maybe even sighting possibly, the RGM Express I'm doing next, which is a really nice RGM Express. I'm just waiting for the base to come from Mablethorpe, and once that comes we can get that RGM Express on. It's on the guard and waiting to go on. But yeah, well pleased, well chuffed. A lot of work involved. We'll have to obviously get all this paint off the bottom. It's been painted upon painted on with red metal gloss, so it obviously wants all what's coming off. But yeah, the main things are there, there's no major damage, and it works. Motor's all okay, it's great. I've actually sat on it and rode it. It takes my weight as well, which is about 13-14 stone. So great. It's got the 20p stick on the side there. It's got the old RGM closing door with the door latch on with the square key. It's great. Very, very impressed. So far, I'm happy. I finally got one. I've always wanted one for quite a bit now. RGM Space Buy. So this is part 2. Part 3, I'll do the actual video of the ride working. So don't forget, check out part 3. I'll show you the ride working. Part 3 is going to be the ride working as it is now, so you can see it working. So it's going to be sort of like a few minutes long. And then after that, part 4 will be the stripping down and masking off, and we'll go through the actual base itself as well and show you the timer, because the timer is extraordinary. I've never seen a System 2 timer like it. So hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please follow it. We'll try to get it done in the next hopefully the next couple of weeks, get it all done and sorted, and it'll all be working. And then hopefully by then I've got rid of some machines in my games room / arcade museum, and be able to get it in there so it's nice and safe. But yeah, while it's still nice weather, I'm gonna get out there and get it painted ASAP. And I say I'm gonna go red, blue for the base, and I'm going for silver. I'm tossing up between silver and yellow. I think I'm gonna go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna stick with silver. Yellow's not gonna go out with red and blue, I don't think. So we're gonna go silver, and with black detail. Silver, metal flake, should I say, with black detail. So hope you enjoy, guys. Don't forget, comment any questions you want to ask them. I'll answer anything I can. Anything at all. And similar to, we'll go through this step by step, so you can actually see step by step it get restored. We'll do things bit by bit, and we'll try and do a 10-20 part series on this, and keep you up to date and get it all done. So yeah, very impressed. RGM Space Bike Restoration Project Part 2. Enjoy, guys. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, and make sure you keep tuned in. It's going to get good. Laters, bye.